Good morning students, welcome to biology class. And the last class we already discussed about the connective tissue. Yes, right? And just recap about the connective tissue. We already discussed that the blood is a type of connective tissue and these blood cells are loosely packed each other and there will be intracellular spaces, that the intracellular spaces is having a jelly-like substance and it is going to be kept in a order in each and every cell. And the blood is having three types: red blood cells, white blood cells, plate cells. Red blood cells lifespan is 110 to 120 days. White blood cells lifespan is 11 to 12 days, and the platelets are going to be helpful for clotting the blood. And how we can be absorb the blood cells with the help of activity we already discussed. And white blood cells are different types. There are neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, lymphocytes, monocytes we already discussed. And also this blood is a plasma. This plasma contains RBC, WBC, platelets and also proteins, salts, hormones and water. These already discussed. And also we discussed about the bones, bone cells, in that ligaments and tendons will be present. Ligaments are nothing but the connection between two bones, and these bone cells are having a more amount of calcium and phosphorus, and these bones are going to be helpful to give the strength and to give a shape of the organ, give a shape of the body. These bones are going to be helpful. And also we discussed the ligament, the connection between the two bones is nothing but the ligament, and that is a hard strength and more flexibility. And coming to tendon, tendon is a between bone and muscle. It is a great strength but limited flexibility. And also we discussed about the cartilage also. This cartilage is going to be produce a cells, that is nothing but the chondrocytes. This cartilage, where it will be present? The ear, tip of the nose and the eyelids, these pharynx and the trachea, we may see the cartilage. Okay, and these cartilage are going to be helpful to folds also. Okay, and next, alveolar tissue. The connection between the skin and the muscles are nothing but the alveolar tissue. This alveolar tissue is present in blood vessels, nerves and the bone marrow. And these alveolar tissue are having a mast cells, macrophages, fibroblasts and the plasma cells. Mast cells are going to be helpful to produce the immune, and the macrophages are going to be helpful for the destruction of bacteria when it will be entered into your body. And also discussed about the adipose tissue. Adipose tissue means nothing but the fat cells, where it will be present below the skin, and these adipose tissue will be produce a cells, that is adipocytes. Yes children, this was we already discussed in the last class, and now we are going to be discussed about the muscular tissue. Muscular tissue. Muscular tissue means nothing but muscle cells. Between the muscles we may see this tissue. Yes, muscular tissue connects elongated cells and also called as muscle fibers. These muscular tissue are elongated cells. Elongated cells, and it is having muscle fibers. Muscle fibers. Yes, this tissue is responsible for the movement in your body. These cells, these muscular tissue are three types. First one is striated. Striated muscle. Striated muscle. non-striated muscle, and the cardiac muscle. And the last one is cardiac muscle. How every tissue are having different types. That's why don't be get confused. Please follow the textbook and read the textbook. Okay. That's why we told to you write the running notes. Better to remember. Okay. Yes, these are the three types. Now, the muscles contain special proteins called the contractile proteins. These muscles are having contractile proteins. These proteins are going to be helpful for contraction and relaxation. Contraction and relaxation of muscles, it is going to be helpful. Yes. And next, we can move some muscles by conscious muscles present in your limbs move when we want. Yes, right? Now, this was the arm limbs. Now, we can be move. That muscles, and we may call it as a voluntary muscles. The limbs, when we want to move, that muscles we may call it as a voluntary muscles or skeletal muscles. With our permission, it is moving. That's why you may call it as a voluntary muscles. These muscles also called as a skeletal muscles, as they are mostly attached to bones and helps in the body movement. These voluntary muscles are going to be helpful for the movement of the body. Under the microscope, these muscles will show alternate light and dark bands. When you will be see the structure of the muscle, these are the fibers, students. Muscle fibers, we already discussed, right? Some dark bands, light bands. These are the dark bands, these are the light bands. Light bands, dark bands when you viewed under the microscope. Okay. And these dark bands, white bands, when striated appropriately, the cells, as a result, they are also called as a striated muscles. This is the voluntary muscles, we may call it as a striated muscle. These cells tissues are long, cylindrical, unbranched and multinucleated. Striated muscles are long, multinucleated, means more nucleus will be present. And next, these striated muscles we may call it as a what? We may call it as a voluntary muscles also. Okay. And next, the movement of food in the alimentary canals or the contraction and relaxation of blood cells. For these, your permission wanted? No. These are involuntary movements. Means without your permission it will be moved. We cannot really to start them. We cannot be say to stop them. If they want, they can be moved. If they want, they will be stopped. These smooth muscles, we may call it as a involuntary muscles. Control such movements. They are also found in the iris of the eye. In the eye also, the involuntary muscles will be present. In the uterus and the bronchi of the lungs, the cells are long and pointed. How the structure of the involuntary muscles? Involuntary muscles. Involuntary muscles are also called as non-striated muscles. What we may call it as a non-striated muscles. These are single nucleated, means single nucleus will be present, and these involuntary muscles, where it will be present? In the intestine and iris of eye, and also it will be present in the bronchi. Bronchi means the division of lungs. Okay, now alveoli will be branches of the two lungs will be divided. No, that the place will be called as a bronchioles. Okay, there we may see the involuntary muscles, and these muscles are having a single nucleus. They are not having a multinucleus. Okay, and next it will be unstriated muscles also, and we may call it as a non-striated muscles. And next, the third one is nothing but the cardiac muscle. Where the cardiac muscle will be present? The cardiac muscle will be present in the heart, and this cardiac muscle is going to be helpful for the rhythmic movement of contraction and relaxation of heart cells. Okay, these involuntary muscles are called cardiac muscle cells. Heart cells are cylindrical, branched and uninucleated. Uninucleated means single nucleus will be present. Cardiac muscle helpful for contraction and relaxation of heart cells. Contraction, relaxation of heart cells, and these will be going to be helpful for the rhythmic movement. Rhythmic movement of the heart cells, and these are involuntary cells only. Okay, and also cardiac muscles are uninucleated, means single nucleus will be present. Yes, single nucleus only we may see in these. And next, the small revision about this muscular tissue. Children, yes, the muscular tissue we may see in the muscles. These muscles are having a muscle fibers. All the muscle fibers will be compact and it will be closer to each other. To every muscle fiber, muscle cells, they are having a nucleus. Okay, based on that they are going to be divided, and these muscle fibers, muscle cells are going to be helpful for contraction and relaxation of your body movements, and with the help of the contractile proteins, the contraction and relaxation is going to be done with the help of muscle fibers. There are three types of muscles tissue are there, that is nothing but the striated, non-striated, cardiac muscle. Striated, non-striated, cardiac muscle cells. Okay, first one, striated. Striated muscles are voluntary muscles, means if you want you can do. Now I want to move my hand, the limbs are moving. Now it is going to be contracted and relaxated. This is the our permission, it is moving, is a voluntary, it is a striated muscle. And when you observe these type of muscles under the microscope, you may see a long multinucleated muscles, and it is having a light and dark bands around these muscle fibers, and these are smooth muscles only, these are not hard. Okay, and next, the movement without your permission, without your start, without your telling stop, it is going by themselves. That is nothing but the involuntary muscle cells. That involuntary muscle cells are nothing but non-striated muscle cells. Okay, these involuntary muscle cells are single nucleated and they are elongated, and where they will be present? They will be present in intestine, iris of eyes and bronchi of lungs, and also it will be present in the uterus also. These involuntary muscles will be present. Okay, and these involuntary muscles will be having a long and pointed cells, means spindles. The spindles, how the thread will be spindles, no, like that the muscle cells will be present. That was nothing but the involuntary muscles are non-striated muscles. And the last one is cardiac muscle. The cardiac muscle cells are going to be helpful for the contraction and relaxation to produce the rhythmic sound of heart cells. Okay, that was the cardiac muscle cells. These cardiac muscle cells will be look like a cylindrical, branched and uninucleated, means single nucleus will be present. This was today's session, children. Tomorrow's session we are going to be continue the topic of nervous tissue and go through the lesson and revise it. Practice the diagrams neatly. Without the diagram, the biology topics you cannot be get mug up like that. With the help of diagram, you can be analyze the topic and you can be remember it. Okay, that was the clue and that was the hint how you can be remember the biology topics. That was the easy way. And tomorrow's lesson we are going to be discussed about the nervous tissue and practice the diagrams properly. Read the textbook properly. Be safe. Don't go away. Please wear mask and be safe. Stay at home. Stay safely. Thank you, children.